There are no prominent poker players that have betrayed the game of poker like Howard Lederer. As a co-founder of Full Tilt Poker, Howard had it all. Today, the only legacy he leaves behind is the scandal that brought down his empire and brought the entire poker world to its knees. You aren't gonna believe the lies, betrayal, and illegal activities that led to his downfall. Stick around to find out how Howard went from hero to the most hated man in poker. Howard Lederer, the early years. Howard Lederer had a fantastic journey in his early years that laid the groundwork for his illustrious and controversial career. Born on October 30th, 1964, in Concord, New Hampshire, Lederer was raised in an intellectually stimulating environment. From an early age, he was encouraged to sharpen his mind through playing games. His father, Richard Lederer, was a well-known linguist and author, which instilled in Howard a deep appreciation for strategic thinking and analytical skills from an early age. This intellectual upbringing would later prove to be crucial in his poker success. Lederer's first attempt at competitive gaming wasn't in poker, but in chess. As a teenager, he became a dedicated chess student, sacrificing countless hours to the game. His passion for chess was fueled by its complexity and the mental endurance it required, skills that he would later find would be crucial in high-stakes poker. Lederer's chess experience honed his strategic thinking and patience, and laid the groundwork for his poker career. After high school, Lederer moved to New York City to attend Columbia University. However, his academic pursuits soon took a backseat to his newfound love for poker. The vibrant backgammon and poker scene in New York City during the late 90s and early 1980s captivated Lederer, and he soon began spending more time in card rooms than in classrooms. In the bustling clubs of New York, Lederer was first introduced to Texas Hold'em, the game that would define his career, a game he would later betray and bring to the brink of destruction. Lederer quickly became a regular in the city's underground poker scene, playing alongside some of the most skilled and experienced players of all time. He was particularly influenced by Dan Harrington, a fellow poker enthusiast who would later go on to win the World Series of Poker main event. Harrington's methodical approach to the game resonated with Lederer, who began to define his own poker style, blending patience with aggression. Harrington was also an avid chess player, which helped mold both Lederer's skills and a passion for the game. Despite his growing success at the poker tables, Lederer's early career was not without its challenges. The shady nature of the New York poker scene meant the games were often high stakes and unpredictable. Additionally, the lifestyle that accompanied late-night poker games, long hours, high stress, and the potential for significant financial swings was taxing. However, Lederer's analytical mind and competitive spirit kept him focused on his goal of mastering the game of poker. In the late 1980s, Lederer decided to move to Las Vegas, the heart of the poker world, to pursue his poker career full-time. The move marked a turning point in his life, and he began to transition from a promising amateur to a professional poker player. In Las Vegas, Lederer quickly made a name for himself, participating in high-stakes poker and rubbing elbows with some of the most influential figures in poker. He was not only making money, he was developing true friendships. Lederer's early years in Las Vegas were characterized by a relentless pursuit of excellence. He spent countless hours studying the game, analyzing and reanalyzing hands, and perfecting his strategy. And this dedication paid off as he began to achieve significant success in major poker tournaments. By the early 1990s, Lederer had earned the nickname The Professor due to his calculated approach to the game and his willingness to share his knowledge with others. As his reputation grew, so did his success at the tables. Lederer's early career culminated in his first World Series of Poker bracelet in 2000, solidifying his status as one of the top players in the world. This achievement was a testament to the years of hard work and dedication that he'd put into mastering the game. Howard Lederer was laying a solid foundation for what would become a legendary career in the world of poker. But this was only a prelude. Stick around as we delve further into Howard's betrayal of the poker world. Full Tilt Poker's rise. Howard Lederer played a pivotal role in the creation and ascension of Full Tilt Poker, one of the most prominent online poker platforms during the poker boom of the early 2000s. His involvement in Full Tilt Poker not only highlighted his influence in the poker world, but also eventually led to him losing friends, fame, and fortune as significant controversies would affect his reputation. Full Tilt Poker was launched in 2004, at a time when online poker was rapidly gaining popularity, thanks in large part to the widespread interest generated by Chris Moneymaker's victory at the 2003 World Series of Poker main event. Lederer, already an established poker pro with multiple World Series of Poker bracelets, saw the potential for a new online platform that would cater to both recreational players as well as serious professionals. Alongside other poker pros like Chris Ferguson and Ray Bitter, Lederer co-founded Full Tilt Poker with the vision of creating a platform that not only offered a great poker experience, but also allowed users to learn, chat, and play with the pros. Lederer was instrumental in bringing together a team of top-tier poker professionals to endorse and play on Full Tilt Poker. This group, known as Team Full Tilt, included some of the biggest names in poker, such as Phil Ivey, Eric Lindgren, and Mike Matusow. The presence of these high-profile players gave Full Tilt Poker instant credibility in the poker community and helped it quickly gain traction among players worldwide. Lederer's reputation as the professor further added to the platform's allure, as many players were drawn to the idea of learning from and competing against the best in the game. In addition to his role as co-founder, Lederer was heavily involved in the strategic and operational aspects of Full Tilt Poker. He worked closely with Ray Bitter, who served as the company's CEO, to manage the day-to-day operations and make key business decisions. Lederer's understanding of the poker industry and his connections within the community were crucial in navigating the competitive nature of online poker. Under his guidance, Full Tilt Poker quickly became one of the leading online poker sites, second only to PokerStars. Want to see how Full Tilt Poker went from a stunning success to an absolute disaster? Keep watching as we expose the greed and the deception that bankrupted players and halted the online poker industry in the United States. One of the key innovations introduced by Full Tilt Poker under Lederer's leadership was its emphasis on the user experience. The platform was known for its sleek interface, fast gameplay, and innovative features, like multi-table play, which allowed users to play multiple games simultaneously. These features set Full Tilt Poker apart from its competitors and attracted a loyal user base. However, the idea was so successful that in no time, every online poker site had implemented multi-table play. Howard Lederer played a crucial role in the creation and success of Full Tilt Poker, helping to establish it as one of the leading online poker platforms of its time. However, stick around if you want to learn how his involvement in the financial mismanagement that led to the platform's downfall tarnished his legacy and left a lasting impact on the poker community. Full Tilt Poker goes bust. Lederer's involvement with Full Tilt Poker also led to significant controversy. In 2011, the U.S. Department of Justice unsealed indictments against several online poker sites, including Full Tilt Poker, in what became to be known as Black Friday in the poker world. Full Tilt Poker was accused of operating as a Ponzi scheme, with company executives, including Lederer, allegedly misusing player funds to pay themselves and cover operating costs. The Department of Justice accused Full Tilt Poker of defrauding players by failing to segregate player funds from operational accounts, resulting in a significant shortfall. The site, which was supposed to be financially secure, was instead revealed to be insolvent, with over $300 million owed to players. The site was shut down, and millions of dollars in player funds were frozen, leading to widespread panic and outrage in the poker community. From Howard's perspective, the situation was a shocking and catastrophic betrayal of trust. He claimed that he was unaware of the full extent of the financial mismanagement and that he had not been involved in the daily operations that led to the crisis. Lederer was involved in the strategic decision-making process, but the day-to-day financial operations were primarily handled by CEO Ray Bitter and his financial team. Lederer trusted Bitter and the financial professionals managing the company's operations. Howard maintained that he was not aware that player funds were being used to cover operating expenses or that the company was effectively operating as a Ponzi scheme. He had trusted the company's financial team to manage these aspects and felt blindsided by the revelations. Howard, along with other Full Tilt Poker executives, faced legal action and intense scrutiny for his role in the scandal. While Lederer eventually reached a settlement with the U.S. government, his reputation in the poker world was severely damaged. The controversy surrounding Full Tilt Poker marked a dramatic fall from grace for Lederer, who had once been regarded as one of the most respected figures in the game. From Lederer's point of view, the Full Tilt Poker scandal was a complex and deeply personal chapter in his life, one that significantly altered his reputation in the poker world. Lederer, who had been instrumental in the founding and success of Full Tilt Poker, found himself at the center of one of the most notorious controversies in the history of online poker. In the aftermath of Black Friday, Howard was relentlessly questioned by the poker community and the media. He was accused of being complicit. In response, Lederer went into damage control mode, seeking to explain his side of the story. He participated in an extensive interview series, often referred to as the Lederer Files, where he attempted to clarify his role and express his regret for the situation. Lederer admitted to making mistakes, particularly in his oversight of the company, but he consistently denied knowingly participating in any fraudulent activities. He expressed deep remorse for the players who were affected by the scandal and acknowledged that the failure of Full Tilt Poker was a severe blow to the poker community. Lederer's defense was that he had been misled about the financial health of the company and that he had trusted the wrong people to manage the business's finances. Despite his attempts to explain his side, Howard's reputation took a significant hit. Many in the poker community viewed his explanations as insufficient, and his involvement in the scandal overshadowed his previous accomplishments in the game. The fallout from the Full Tilt Poker scandal was severe, with Lederer facing legal actions and ultimately settling with the Department of Justice without admitting wrongdoing. In hindsight, Lederer likely views the Full Tilt Poker scandal as a combination of personal failures and misplaced trust. It was a period marked by regret, both for the damage done to the poker community and for his role in a business that, under his leadership, betrayed its players. The scandal serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of oversight, transparency, and responsibility, lessons that Lederer learned in the most challenging way possible. Do you think Howard is responsible for poker's Black Friday? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. To keep up with all the latest poker controversies, most epic fights, and legendary hands, make sure to like and subscribe. Fallout for Howard Lederer. The fallout from the Full Tilt Poker scandal was a devastating chapter in Howard Lederer's life, marking the unraveling of his once stellar reputation and bringing intense scrutiny to his role in the company. Lederer faced immense personal and professional hardship as the scandal unfolded. For Howard, the scandal was a devastating blow. As a key figure in Full Tilt Poker, he was thrust into the spotlight, with many blaming him for the company's collapse and the financial losses suffered by players. Howard, who had previously enjoyed a reputation as one of the smartest and most strategic minds in poker, suddenly found himself vilified. The poker community, which had once revered him, turned against him, viewing him as one of the primary architects of the scandal. Lederer claimed that he was not involved in the specific decisions that led to the misuse of player funds, and that he had been misled about the company's financial health. However, this defense did little to quell the outrage against him. Players were hurt, the game was hurt, and there was no going back to the way it used to be. In 2012, Lederer reached a settlement with the Department of Justice, agreeing to forfeit several $1 million in assets without admitting any wrongdoing. This settlement allowed Lederer to avoid criminal charges, but it did little to restore his tarnished reputation. The personal toll on Lederer was significant. The scandal effectively ended his professional poker career, as he has become an outcast of the poker community he once loved. He was shunned by former friends and colleagues, and his appearances at poker events were met with hostility. Lederer, once known as the Professor for his analytical approach to the game, became a symbol of greed and betrayal in the eyes of many players. The fallout from the scandal also had a profound impact on Lederer's personal life, straining relationships and causing him immense stress. The Full Tilt poker scandal cost Howard Lederer more than just his reputation. It also led to the loss of many close friends within the poker community. When the scandal broke and Full Tilt Poker was revealed to have mismanaged millions of dollars in player funds, the trust and camaraderie he had built with his peers quickly disintegrated. Many of Howard's friends and colleagues felt betrayed, believing that he, as a co-founder and board member, bore significant responsibility for the company's collapse. High-profile poker professionals who had once been along his side, such as Phil Ivey and Daniel Negreanu, publicly distanced themselves from him. The poker community, known for its tight-knit nature, turned its back on Lederer, viewing him as a symbol of irresponsibility and greed that had led to the game's downfall. Despite his efforts to explain his actions, the damage to Howard Lederer's reputation was beyond repair. The poker community remained largely unforgiving, and Howard's legacy was forever tarnished by the scandal. The hardships he faced in the wake of the Full Tilt poker collapse were a stark contrast to the success and respect he had once enjoyed. For Howard, the scandal was not just a professional failure, but a personal tragedy that marked the end of his standings in the world of poker. The fallout from the Full Tilt poker scandal serves as a reminder of the lasting impact, financial mismanagement, and the importance of transparency and accountability in any business venture, especially poker. The rise and fall of Howard Lederer is a stark example of how success can swiftly be followed by ruin when trust is broken and responsibility is neglected. Lederer's contributions to poker are undeniable, as he played a crucial role in popularizing the game and shaping the online poker industry. Yet, his involvement in the Full Tilt poker scandal led to the loss of his reputation, friendships, and place within the poker world. The scandal shows the consequences of financial mismanagement and the fragility of trust. Howard Lederer's story is a complex one, reflecting both the heights of achievement and the depths of personal and professional loss, forever altering his legacy in the world of poker. Thanks for watching, and to keep up with all the latest poker controversies, most epic fights, and legendary hands, make sure to like and subscribe.